Hi friends, it's Lisa back again with another video, and this time I'm sharing some brand new products from Pretty Pink Posh. Pretty Pink Posh is celebrating their 10th birthday with a release filled with lots of birthday themed stamps, dies, and stencils. And for me, birthday cards are ones that I make the most of, so I'm always excited to see new birthday themed products that I can use to make cards. In today's video, I'm going to share with you everything that's included in the release, and be sure to stay tuned until the very end because I'll make a card using some of these products. If you are interested in any of the products that you see here today, check the description box of this YouTube video for product links. I always appreciate when you click on my links to make a purchase because it does help support me and my YouTube channel. Since Pretty Pink Posh is celebrating their birthday, what's a birthday without gifts, right? So first they have a 10% coupon code off your entire order, and that coupon code is listed in the description box of this video as well as on my coordinating blog post. And next, if you spend $125, you will get the Potted Daffodils stamp set and coordinating dies for free. And if you spend $200, you will get both the Potted Daffodils stamp and die set, as well as the Dot Circles stencil for free. There is an expiration date on these offers, and I will have all of the details down below. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this release. This is the Birthday Train stamp set. It's a 3x4 stamp set. So you can see there are some train cars with some birthday presents and a birthday cake. And this goes with the previously released Valentine Train stamp set. So if you want the front of the train, you'll have to pick up the Valentine Train stamp set. And it also comes with the train track, and then you have the different cars of the train with this birthday set. And the coordinating dies are available with the birthday train set as well. And then we have another sentiment stamp set. This one is the sentiment strips for birthday. So all kinds of birthday sentiments on here, from Make a Wish, Best Day Ever. You've got It's Your Special Day, Enjoy Your Day, Celebrate, Birthday Girl, Birthday Boy, and there's so many more. There's also a set of dies that will cut those sentiments out, which I'll have in the description box as well. Next is the Birthday Cupcakes stamp set. There are 6 cupcakes. They're all birthday themed. You can see we have a party hat, birthday present, candles. There's a balloon, so you can color these up and use them on a birthday card. Next is the Party Time stamp set. This one is so much fun. You can see all of the fun going on in this set with the birthday cake and the presents, party hats, and balloons. So there are several stamps in this set. There's also some individual little cupcakes and party hats and some sentiments that go along with the theme. And then there's also the coordinating dies. This next set is the pattern presents. So you have 3 different size presents. You have an outline, and then you have a solid that you can stamp inside of the outline with any color ink, and then you also have some patterns. So you can see the 3 different sizes. The patterns also include some stars and some stripes, and then you also have the bows that you can add to the presents. So that's a really good stamp set if you don't like to color, because you have all those patterns there that you can use your different color inks. We also have the Happy Birthday shadow with the hot foil plate. These are sold individually, so if you just wanted the die, you can purchase the die, or if you just wanted the hot foil plate, you can purchase that as well. And the shadow die on the left will cut the hot foil plate out. Next is the Birthday Candles die set. So you can see all of the fun patterns on these candles. You have some stitched circles, and there are some lines and hearts, stars, so you can use those dies to make a fun birthday card with candles. We also have the cake shaker. You can use this to make a shaker that is a cake, or if you wanted just to use it without turning it into a shaker, you can do that as well. Next is the Big Birthday Cupcake, and this cupcake also has some dies for ice cream scoops. There's two different sizes. You also have the cake part of the cupcake, and then there are the dies for a party hat, a bow, stars. There's a banner die, the word celebrate that you can put in the banner, and there's the topping for the ice cream. There's dies for sprinkles in there as well. Next is the interactive cake die, and there's so much that's included with this die set. This will make an interactive cake, so I want to just show you a card that I made here, and I will have a full tutorial here on my YouTube channel coming up on how to make this, and it was super easy to make, but you can see that it fills the entire size of an A2 size card, and you have a little pull tab that you can put a message on the inside. I think this is super cute and fun. So again, here is everything that's included in that die set. You get the cake pieces, you get some candles, is some frosting decorations, there's the word yay, you get some hearts, you even get a little die that you can turn this into a gift card holder. So lots of stuff included in that die set. The next die set is the party hats die set. So you can make all different styles of party hats, from ones with polka dots or ones with lines on them, stars, and there's different sizes as well. You also have the party balloons, which again, you can make stitched balloons that are heart-shaped. You can also make polka dotted ones, star-shaped balloons, regular balloons. The next die set is the birthday treat box, and think outside the box because you don't have to just use this for birthdays. This reminds me of the French fry style box, and I'm going to show you an example here of one that I made, and I will have a YouTube video coming up on how I made this. This die not only includes the die for the box, but it also has a party hat, a bow, a candle, as well as a little label die included in the set. The next die is a cover plate. This is the pierced star plate. So it will just pierce the cardstock. It doesn't actually cut into the cardstock. It just pierces it to put that background into the cardstock. The next die is the star cover plate die. So this will cut out 6 different stars with different designs. You can also use this to make a shaker panel. And for the stencils, we have the layered balloons stencil. This is a 3-layer stencil. You can make some balloons for the background of a card. Next is the birthday words stencil. This is a 1-layer stencil with lots of words that you can use on a birthday card, such as make a wish, happy birthday, and party. And you can use this as a background, or you can just use the individual words on a card. Next is the layered birthday wreath stencils. This is a 3-layer stencil set. It will make a wreath shaped with different birthday icons such as party hats, presents, balloons, candles, stars, and confetti. There's also some cupcakes in there. And then there's also the half stars stencil, which is a 2-layer stencil. So 1 layer of the stencil you can color up in one color ink, and the other layer you can color up in a different color ink to create stars as your background. There are 4 new bead and confetti mixes, and this first one is the birthday party shaker bead mix. There are lots of different colors in that bead mix. And then the next one is another bead mix. This is the berry smoothie shaker beads. There's lots of different pinks, blues, purples, and whites in that mix. This next one is a very colorful mix of clay confetti. This is over the rainbow. Lots of different rainbow colors in there. And then this last mix also has lots of different rainbow colors. This is the bright rainbow mix. These are more of a circular shape. So that includes all of the products in the February release. And if you like all of the products, they do offer a bundle where you can purchase all of the products in one bundle, or there's also a stencil bundle if you just like the stencils in the release, and all of those links will be down in the description box below. For my card today, I'm going to be using the layered birthday wreath stencils. So I'm also going to be using this with some Catherine Pooler inks. I'm going with more of a pastel look because this is going to be a background on my card, and I didn't want the background to be too overpowering, so I am using some lighter color inks here. I'm starting out with layer A of the stencil, and I'm using the light purple, which is the serene color. I also inked up the shape of the party hats with the cotton candy. That's the pink color. The Bellini is the orange color, and that is for the bottom of the cupcake. And the minted, which is the light green, that is for the shape of the presents. So these stencils, if you've never used a Pretty Pink Posh stencil before, they have the name of the stencil in the bottom right hand corner, as well as what layer you're working with, whether it's A, B, or C. So that was layer A, and now I'm moving on to layer B. So I'm making sure that I'm lining it up in the exact same spot as the first layer. And now I'm going to start adding some of the accents. So right now I'm inking up the stripes and the dots on the presents, and I'm using the same exact color that I used with the first stencil where I inked up the outline of those presents, and I'm just making it a little bit darker in shade, just adding a little bit more ink so that I can have a two-toned effect. So that's one way of doing a two-toned effect using the same color ink if you don't have a darker shade of green. If you had a darker shade of green in your ink pads, you could always come in with that darker shade. I was going to use the same cotton candy ink for the design on the party hats, but it just wasn't dark enough, so I did switch to the Be Mine ink, which is a little bit of a darker pink, to really make that design stand out. Next, I'm going to be bringing in this yellow color, which is the chiffon, and I'm going to ink up the stars on this stencil. And then when I bring in my next stencil, I'm also going to use that same color to ink up the bows on the tops of the party hats. I'm going to bring in the buttercream for the frosting on the cupcakes. And I'm going to use the Bellini for the flame on the candle. Now notice that I am using a small finger dauber to ink up all of these little sections of the stencil, and that's because I didn't want a very large blending brush. I just wanted a very small tip because I didn't want the ink where I'm inking up the individual sections to go over and spread onto another open section. So for example, I didn't want the green on the presents to go into the pink on the party hat, so I'm using a smaller blending brush to get into those fine details. I did use the pebble, which is a light gray, for the strings on the balloons. And now I'm coming in with an even smaller blending brush so that I can get into some of the smaller sections. There's some small little dots for the confetti, and I needed a much smaller blending brush, so I'm using my waffle flower shader brush. And then I have one more little piece of confetti that I'm inking up with this purple color. And then I realized I forgot to put the pattern on the bottom of the cupcake, which is not a big deal, but I wanted to go ahead and include it. So I added the stencil back to that card layer and then just inked up that really small detail on the cupcake holder. I really love this stencil because it is going to make the shape of a wreath. So you'll see here that there's an open circle in the middle. So if you wanted just to stamp a sentiment or put a word die in there, you could do that. And that could be a very quick and easy card. But I'm just going to use this card layer as a card background, and I'm going to put this big birthday cupcake right in the center. So I die cut the cupcake wrapper out of some light brown cardstock, and I'm just going to add in some brown ink to those stitched lines on that cupcake wrapper just to give it a little bit more definition, using my waffle flower shader brush to add detail to those lines. And I'm using the Distress Oxide Vintage Photo ink, any brown ink or any ink that matches the color of your cupcake wrapper would do. And I am just adding some more ink just around the edges for some more definition. I also die cut an ice cream scoop. This die includes two different sizes of the ice cream scoops. I have the largest one here. I die cut it out of a very light green cardstock, and I'm inking up the edges with a coordinating ink color. I'm going to be making my ice cream look like it's mint chocolate chip, which is my favorite ice cream, so of course I had to die cut it out of that green cardstock to make it look like it resembled the mint chocolate chip ice cream. I die cut the cake part of that cupcake with brown cardstock, as well as the drizzle for the top for the hot fudge, also out of the brown cardstock. I did ink up the edges with a brown ink, and now I'll just add those pieces to the ice cream scoop. I also die cut some little pieces out of brown cardstock that would represent the mint chocolate chips in this ice cream. You can also use this die for sprinkles and do like rainbow sprinkles on your ice cream if you wanted to, but I just die cut them out of the brown cardstock to represent the chips, and I'm going to add them here to the ice cream. Next, I'll add the cake layer directly to the cupcake wrapper, and then I'll add that ice cream scoop on top. This die set also includes a banner die, which I die cut out of some pink cardstock. Here I'm adding some ink to the edges that matches the cardstock. And there's also the word celebrate that is in the same shape of that banner. You can die cut the word celebrate and just add the letters to your card, but I'm going to die cut the word celebrate right out of the banner because I don't want to have to worry about trying to get those letters straight on that banner. So once I die cut the banner, you can see that the letters stayed there in the die. So if I wanted to use those letters, I could on another card. But I also die cut that banner piece out of white cardstock, and then I'll just layer the pink piece on top of the white piece. And then I'm just going to fill in that sentiment there with the inside piece for the A, the R, and the B. So I'm just poking those out of the die, and then I'll just piece those back in, but you still have those letters that you can use on another card if you wanted to. I'm going to add a piece of foam on the back of that word, and I'm going to place it in the center of the cupcake right on the wrapper. There's also the two little banner end pieces, which I can't include those yet. I have to go ahead and adhere this cupcake to my card layer, and then I'll be able to adhere those banner pieces, because those pieces, they actually get adhered directly to the cardstock. So the word celebrates popped up, and those little end pieces of the banner are adhered to the cardstock, one on each end. So I forgot to let you know that I did cut down that stencil piece to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then I'm just adding it here to a piece of pink cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. So you have that pink cardstock on the edges that matches the banner and brings out that pink color in the banner. And then I'll add that to an A2 size white card base. So I hope you liked my card today, and if you did like this video, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up. And if you want to see more about this card, you can head on over to my blog at lisamearsdesigns.com, and there will be a coordinating blog post link in the description box of this video. And lastly, if you like videos like this and want to see more, then click that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so that you'll be notified every time I release a new video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.